You have probably looked up at a thunderstorm and felt something. Not fear exactly, something older than fear. Like something out there was watching. Every single human civilization in history has felt that exact thing. The Egyptians, the Aztecs, the Greeks, the Hindus, tiny tribes in the Amazon, ancient hunters in Siberia. Every group of humans ever found has had gods, spirits, or something beyond. That is not a coincidence. That is a clue about how your brain actually works, and the answer will change how you see religion forever. Let us travel back about 300,000 years before cities ever existed. Your ancestors lived in small groups on the open savanna. The world was beautiful. The world was also trying to kill them. Lions, snakes, rival groups with sharp sticks. Surviving meant noticing danger before it noticed you. So your ancestors evolved a hair-trigger alarm system in their brains. It fired at the slightest hint that something was out there. A rustle in the grass, a shadow moving at the edge of camp. Run first, ask questions later. Scientists call this the Hypersensitive Agency Detection Device, or HADD. Think of it as a smoke detector wired to assume the worst. It does not need proof. It only needs a hint. And that was exactly the right strategy for survival. The stickman who assumed the bush was dangerous survived. The one who said it was probably just the wind did not. So the paranoid brain won. Every single time. Here is where it gets interesting. HAD does not know when to stop. It sees agents, intentional beings, everywhere it looks. Have you ever seen a face in a cloud? Or a face in wood grain? Or a figure in shadows? That is not imagination. That is your ancient alarm system doing its job. Scientists call this tendency pareidolia, seeing patterns where none exist. Basically, your brain is a conspiracy theorist who is usually right. Now add one more ingredient. Your brain loves asking why. Early humans saw the world full of unexplained events every single day. Why did the rain stop? Why did the child get sick? Why did the earthquake swallow half the village? A brain wired to detect agents will reach a very predictable conclusion. Something caused this, something intentional, something powerful, something that could be reasoned with, feared, or appeased. This is called the agent detection hypothesis in cognitive science. It says religion did not start with churches or books or priests. It started inside a brain that was too good at finding intentional beings. Think of it this way. Imagine your HAD as a metal detector. It finds real metal, but it also finds a lot of bottle caps. Gods, scientists suggest, may be the bottle caps. Real agents exist, but the detector fires for invisible ones too. Now, here is where it gets even deeper. Humans also have theory of mind. Theory of mind is your ability to imagine what other beings are thinking. You use it every day without noticing. You assume your dog wants something. You assume your boss is annoyed. Theory of mind lets you model the intentions of beings you cannot see. HAD finds the agent. Theory of mind gives it a personality. That together is a very good recipe for gods. Research suggests people with less theory of mind believe in gods less. The brain that builds gods is the same brain that reads other people. Religion is social intelligence, pointed at the sky. Now, here is the turning point. The part scientists did not see coming. Gods did not just come from scared brains. They also built civilization. Think about how hard it is to cooperate with strangers. Your ancestors knew every person in their group personally. Groups of 50 or 150 people work on reputation and memory. But what happens when groups grow to thousands of strangers? You cannot personally watch thousands of people at once. Cheaters, free riders, and thieves would tear large groups apart. Unless everyone believed someone powerful was always watching. Research published in Nature found that belief in punishing gods increases fairness. People behaved more fairly toward total strangers when reminded of a watchful god. Scholars call this the big gods hypothesis. Basically, gods may have been the Stone Age version of surveillance cameras. An invisible police force that never sleeps, never blinks, never leaves, and crucially, one that costs nothing to maintain. But here is where science gets beautifully complicated. Some researchers now argue big gods came after civilization, not before. Perhaps complex societies created the idea of watchful gods, not the other way around. The debate is still ongoing. Scientists genuinely disagree. What they agree on: gods and human civilization grew up together. Think about what that means for a moment. Religion may have been one of humanity's earliest social technologies. Not a mistake, not a lie. A tool built by evolution. A tool for building trust between strangers who had no other reason to trust. Now, here is the most surprising fact of all. You do not have to be religious to have this ancient wiring. Even deeply atheist people see faces in clouds. Even skeptics feel watched when they think no one is looking, because the wiring is deeper than any belief system. Scientists believe even children raised without religion invent spirit-like beings spontaneously. The mind generates these ideas the way lungs generate breath, without instruction, without effort, without asking permission. This is sometimes called the naturalness of religion. It does not mean gods are real or not real. That is a different question. It means the human brain is structured in a way that makes gods feel obvious. And that structure was shaped by millions of years of survival. Now zoom way out with me for a second. You live in a world built by people who believed in gods. Every great ancient city was built around a temple, not a market. Laws, calendars, agriculture, all organized around religious meaning. The very concept of being a good person was often inseparable from gods. Even today, secular morality carries the fingerprints of that ancient structure. The rules changed. The wiring underneath never did. And that wiring still shapes you. Right now, today. When you feel watched in an empty room, that is it. When a place feels sacred, that is it. When you feel the universe is somehow paying attention to you, that is it. 300,000 years of survival showing up in your Tuesday. That is what cognitive science has found. Religion is not irrational. It is deeply rational for a brain built to survive. A brain that sees agents everywhere, that craves meaning, that fears the unseen. That brain survived long enough to build everything you see around you. Whether you are religious or not, that brain is yours. And somewhere inside you, an ancient alarm is still quietly running, scanning for something just beyond what the eyes can see. The same scan your ancestor did 300,000 years ago on an open plain, looking for something watching back. Maybe that is the most human thing about us. If this made you think, the next video will too. Next time, why do humans fear death? And does every culture handle it differently? Because the answer, as always, starts inside your ancient brain. See you there. Think about the last time something felt sacred to you. A quiet forest, a newborn child, a piece of music that hit too deep. Your brain was not making an error in those moments. It was doing exactly what 300,000 years of evolution designed it to do. Reaching outward, searching for meaning, sensing something larger. Every civilization asks the same questions you ask on quiet nights. Why are we here? Is there something beyond this? Does anything see me? Those questions built the pyramids. They wrote the scriptures. They carved the temples. And they are still the most human questions ever asked. Your brain was built for them, long before you were born. That is the science of why humans believe in gods. Not a verdict, just the most honest answer science can give right now. And honestly, it makes the question feel even more fascinating. Tap the circle right there to subscribe. We make new videos every week about the strangest, truest things in science. And share this one if it made you stop and think. It means your ancient brain is working perfectly.